I believe in the possibility of a higher power, but I don't necessarily believe that's like a monotheistic creator. I feel like there's too many contradictions within the Abrahamic religions, but I believe that any higher power is possible. I just don't support organized religion, not because of like pessimism. I don't support organized religion because it is a stomping ground for misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, ableism. It's just a breeding ground for hatred, especially towards women. Purity culture, slut shaming, victim blaming, victims of assault. Name a contradiction in the Bible, like the Christian Bible. If God's all-knowing and all-powerful, couldn't he have created a world with free will where people also didn't want to sin? He created this world knowing people were going to sin, and he didn't like sin, but he still created it. It just doesn't, like, that's stupid and simple, obviously, but you can see why somebody being all-powerful and not being able to interject doesn't really make a lot of sense. You call it free will, but he could have made a world where people had free will and still didn't want to sin. It's called heaven, so why didn't he just put us in heaven? If heaven is better than earth, and they have free will in heaven, but they don't sin there, why couldn't he have just put us in heaven from the get-go? I have that criticism of every religion. They don't make sense. Love thy neighbor, and then promoting terrible homophobia, misogyny. Love thy neighbor, but a woman should never speak in church. Love thy neighbor, but if a woman loses her virginity to grape, she should be married to him or stoned. Love thy neighbor, or we're disgusting when we're on our periods because Eve ate the apple. That's a bullshit excuse. Bullshit excuse. Also, if you're a Christian or a Catholic and you read the Bible, you should know, any Christian theologian should know, Adam and Eve weren't real people. It's a metaphor. There was no apple, there was no snake, there was no talking snake. Any theologian would know that it's all metaphorical. It's a parable. Adam and Eve objectively were not real people, whether or not you believe in Christianity. So justifying misogyny and being married off to your rapist because somebody ate an apple is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That too, yeah. Well, you only asked me to name a contradiction within Christianity. I liked you until 30 seconds ago. You liked me until I criticized your organized religion, which is a breeding ground for hatred for all minorities. I'm sorry, I don't support the idea that women are lesser than. I'm sure Islam, Judaism, I'm sure every Abrahamic religion has some kind of passage about treating everybody as equal, and then they have very prejudiced slogans within their religion, so that inherently contradicts itself. Do y'all really believe a virgin got pregnant? I mean, I don't really care, I guess, what you believe in. It's not about pessimism or optimism. It's not about, like, what seems ridiculous or outlandish. It's just about the fact that it's very blatantly prejudiced. With the things that the Christian Bible says about women, I don't know why I'd follow that Bible. Like, even if I wanted to support the Christian God, I would never hold myself to the Bible. Like, if I was a Christian, you would never know. You would never know, because I wouldn't hold myself to the Bible. I'm never going to promote organized religion. I'm never going to read the gospel off to people. Doesn't say anything about women. It doesn't say anything about women. It doesn't say women are never to speak in church. It doesn't say that if a woman loses her virginity to grape, she should be forced to marry him or stoned. Nothing about little girls getting their purity rings revoked for grape. The purity rings themselves are fucking insane. Oh, what about women being punished? Somebody just asked me if I was pro-life or pro-choice, so it reminded me. In the Bible, if women were thought to have engaged in any kind of like unfaithfulness or infidelity, they were forced to drink a substance that would then make them miscarry. Even if they didn't, even if the husband just had that suspicion, they had the power to make the women miscarry. That's not like a hatred of women. What do you mean name the verse? You haven't read the Bible? You didn't know that? Well, that's sad. You should know your book. It's your religion. It's your belief. I shouldn't know more about that than you do.